juice.
Per usual.
As it happens.
It's much more mellow this week.
It's a little bit more mellow.
Yeah. The bar got christened
It did.
last week.
There
It was good. No
drunk
offense to
people
any of
falling.
the non-christening religions out there. Actually, I don't care. We christen.
We've ruined everybody, so it doesn't really matter at
Yeah.
this point. We had the parties. Now we have silence. I've done some additional changes. I don't know how it's going to look. I think we're lit in the front better, and the back's lit in a separate way because you have LEDs there now.
Yeah, as you can see, the back is glowing.
Yeah.
And it's a
Everything should be powered.
configurable glow. Is it still changing? Is it still rotating?
No, I haven't set to red.
You haven't set to red. Okay.
It's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas.
All right, you want to?
Speaking of Christmas, let's put some Christmas in our mouth.
Do that.
I don't know if this is Christmas.
This
It's vodka.
This is vodka.
This is Bivi Vodka. It's Chaz Palminteri's brand. You know who Chaz Palminteri is?
Why did you know this stuff?
I'm not stupid, and I read it.
I don't have that written there.
Chaz Palminteri is an actor, so he's promoting the brand basically.
Really?
He's the guy from Usual Suspects. He was the cop. Did you see Usual
Oh,
Suspects?
I love the movie. Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah, with
is that the one where they're in like one scene, like the entire movie, or is that a different movie?
no.
No, that was the one
with Kevin Spacey.
That's Kevin
and-
Spacey movie. I was thinking of the one where they're in the garage and there's a gun.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I was thinking of Reservoir Dogs. No, but same thing. I've seen both.
Okay.
That's all of it.
Yeah, but Chaz Palminteri was the cop, and he's the one who realized that Kevin Spacey was messing with him the whole time. When
What?
he started reading like.
Why does he make vodka?
It looks like an Italian themed vodka, which is kind of funny because it's got the olives on it.
Wait, did it say imported into Plastown, New Hampshire?
Does it? It does.
Oh, wow.
Imported by United Spirits, Plastown. That's not far away from us.
No, and the other review we have this week's from Salem, New Hampshire.
What?
But that's actually made in Salem, New Hampshire.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Sicilian vodka.
I didn't know any of that. Because you know what it is? You know names of people.
I saw Chaz Palminteri and I recognized it as the actor.
I don't know that stuff. All I knew is it was $24 to $29 is what you pay for it. It's vodka.
Yep.
It's made from grain, like a wheat grain that you would use for Sicilian pastas, stuff like that.
And pristine water, apparently.
The rest I'm reading right off the screen, and it's been the same for centuries. Blah, blah, blah. So, in pure spring water, which is always good to use spring water in any vodka.
Say in Italia. Grazie.
There you go. I guess you say that. I haven't been to Italia, so.
Salud.
So
Italia.
No, that works.
Smells like vodka.
Yeah, that's so.
Does it really?
It does.
When I do vodka reviews, in a lot of cases, my goal is to make it understood if there's any flavor profile and if it's astringent, if it has any type of characteristics. Otherwise, you can assume it's vodka. The next thing people, if this gets a lot of views, it depends on which vodkas get lots of views just organically. People will say, review this, have you had this, have you had that, and they're all vodkas. They taste like vodka. I don't need to review. If a company sends me something to review, I will review it. But I'm not going to go buy every vodka on the shelf just to tell you it tastes like vodka.
Yeah, and we've said it a bunch of times. I mean, you can pretty much, if you're making cocktails, you can pretty much swap out almost any vodka that you want, and it's not going to have a huge impact on the flavor. Unless it's an extremely delicate cocktail and there's some subtle hints in the vodka. That's
Right.
Vodka martini.
It's a vodka forward drink, yeah.
Right.
Or it's just a really bottom shelf bad. And we've even tested some bottom shelf vodkas. $6 gourd, was it?
Gilbey's?
Gilbey's? It's around.
Yeah, we took Gilbey's, we filtered it through the Brita like 6 times.
Yeah,
If
and it was
you
just
want- if
good.
you-
It was neutral.
If you're interested in how our vodka tasting came out, you can channel search for vodka tasting. We had about 17 different vodkas.
Blind vodka tasting.
Yeah, including the
Blind is
Gilbey's $6 vodka by itself, and then filtered 6 times through the Brita. And it made a little bit of a difference, but
It made a difference, but it was actually the funny thing is when we tasted the vodka, knowing it was a $6 vodka. Remember, we were upstairs. We tasted, we're like, wow, that's some stuff right there, right? And you're like, not so good. It's a little strong, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We put that in the blind tasting, and we couldn't. We had a hard time. It was like, is this it?
it's
Or
hard
was
to
it
tell.
that?
Yeah,
So there isn't,
there's not a lot of differentiation in the vodka.
Right.
It's very subtle. Yeah.
And the problem with that is people are going to look at the brand and they're going to decide if it's good or not. And from there, that's a good vodka. You'll never taste it blind. That's it.
So
This
speaking of
vodka?
vodka, this one's really smooth, I think.
Yep.
It's not very astringent. It's got a little bit of there's a little bit of flavor in there.
It has a little sweet. Almost, even though it's a wheat, it almost has like a little bit of a grapey, like fruit flavor to it. But it's not. It's not fruit vodka. I mean, there's not a lot you could do to a vodka. You can't fill it with sugars. You can't fill it with different distillates. It's one thing. This is wheat. It's not grape. If it was Ciroc or a grape vodka, you might get a little bit more of almost like a grappa sweetness, if you'd ever want to call it grappa sweet.
I don't know if you would.
No.
Your dad might. He like the grappa.
He drives me
Yes.
crazy with that stuff. The thing that this doesn't have that I was kind of I get excited about in vodkas is a little bit of a unique nose.
Right.
This just smells like vodka.
Right.
Like it.
Well,
It doesn't have any bad chemical smell or anything.
No, you
It's
don't get a crazy ethanol.
No.
Yeah.
It's a subtle, and it also the tasting glasses help because it kind of traps some of that in where it works to give you better aroma than just the standard.
So if you really want to get into tasting different liquors, it helps. I mean, you can laugh and call us elitist or anything, but the glass can make a difference. And
I don't
you know,
think
on
we can
that
possibly
vein-
be considered an elitist. I'm wearing a shirt that tells you how awesome I am.
And I'm wearing one that tells you to play with your whiskey.
Right.
But where I was going with
Right,
this
sure.
is you can go to Awesome Drinks and get these Glencairns
When they're in stock.
when they're in stock, and they're good because you can get your nose in there, it traps the smell, and it's not. You have a
I
little
can't
bit of
remember
water.
the episode. We did an episode with Curtis where we tasted that we used different glasses. Maybe that
Oh,
was
really?
a glass tasting. We did a tasting with different glasses.
Oh, I was not involved in that. That's cool.
Doug was here, I think. Are you sure you
Okay.
weren't
No,
here?
I wasn't there.
Curtis is pretty big, so it might have felt like there were 4 people, but it could have been 3. But there was definitely a difference between
He
like
takes up space, that guy.
a stemmed
I take up space. I just stepped
grappa
on the
glass.
scale last week. Oof.
The grappa
you
glass
cry?
wasn't as good. The snifter wasn't as good. This came out better. The snifter directed a little bit more to the nose, which is great for brandy, not so good when you're doing a vodka or something that's got a lot of ethanol to it. That is, it's a very crisp, clean vodka. For the 24, if you get it for $24, it's a good deal. 29,
think
it's
so.
pushing it.
Yeah. That's about the range of this, right? That you
Right.
found online for?
People are gonna go, I like my Belvedere. What's the next big one? I like
Goose.
my Grey Goose.
Tito's.
You're gonna get Tito's is gonna be a little bit more strike. I think it's a little bit brighter on the alcohol, a little crisp, but it's got that bright alcohol filtered down and nothing flavor. This almost has like a sweetness. Tito's is like my bare neutral brand. Like it's gonna have nothing to it, which is fine.
On that note of brand loyalty, I don't think there's anything wrong with brand loyalty, other than the fact that it can color your judgment to try new things.
Right, because
know
you're
what I mean?
never going to go. You go to the store, you see 1,000 vodkas, you're always picking the same one.
Yeah.
Give me a break. It's
mean-
none of the brands have I tasted. Their Kettle ones, Absolute. None of these guys outside of Crystal Head, which is stupid. They're because it's just as good as this.
I mean, we've all got our favorites, obviously, our go-tos.
Right.
But
I have like 4 favorites because I kind of like different ones for different things.
But you got to try other stuff too. You can't pigeonhole yourself. And I think that's what's been great for me about being on the show. I've definitely expanded my palate.
And then when you go to a bar, you're not afraid to order something.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I don't know what that's. I mean, you probably wouldn't be afraid anyway, but you wouldn't
Not
have
put
the
anything in my mouth.
creativity to
You know
know what to order or why. Right? You might go there and be like, I want to order this because I know it's got this cool, unique property to it, and I really want to try it, and I want to expand myself.
Yeah.
But if you went there without the knowledge from the show, you might just be like a gin and tonic because that's you're not trying to be closed-minded. You just don't know all the other cool things.
Right.
And it's not nearly as fun.
And you hate getting out of your wheelhouse sometimes.
Right.
And you just want to be comfortable and you want to enjoy yourself when you go out. Maybe exploring isn't that?
Explore where you are because then you can buy stuff. Or
Yeah.
you watch a show, you go, hey, they got
It's so much better to explore going out when you don't have to buy a whole bottle.
Oh, exactly.
I think so.
It's still going to cost you $12 a cocktail, but if you don't like it, it's only $12.
And if
Yeah.
you go out with people, you can always trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done the swap before.
Yes.
Yeah,
We've
that's
done
the great
the
thing
swap.
about going out like
Little herp
Den and Jay and you guys.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a different drink, and you get to try them all because
Right.
everybody passes them around. It's great.
Right.
All right.
I like it. I think for a vodka,
Yeah, not bad.
it fits the price range well because it's sweet, it's crisp, it's in it. You know what? As I take sips, at no point am I like, I don't get that shock.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
not-
had
it's
any
not a shitty
alcohol
vodka,
prior to
yeah.
this, and normally you get a little bit more of that shock. It's amazing to see how a 40 ABV product from one stand can
Totally.
be completely different from somebody else who has one that
Absolutely.
tastes like fire. Same amount of alcohol in it.
Yeah.
That's the magic, the distillation. I don't understand, but it's cool that I get to be able to say
We don't
that
have to
sucks, is that
understand it
good?
because we're not distillers.
Exactly. We just put it in our mouth.
Yeah.
I like to put stuff in my mouth.
Yeah, he
All right.
does.
That's it. Question
It's
of the
another
day.
story for another time.
Oh, do we have a producer for this one?
I think we do.
I do. Yeah. Producer is hold on. Dave. Oh, I could do this now. David.
Yeah, we got plenty of room.
Gary.
He's like right there.
He's right there. I should have put him at the beginning, but I probably have my head in the way, so I'm not gonna do that.
You know what's funny? I was looking at the videos and I'm
You
like,
see me walk away on one of them and put it right over there?
no, I see you come over in the video. I'm like, hey, there he is. And I'm like pointing the wrong spot, so I'm like, now I realize where I got to point.
You gotta
So.
kind of. It's
Now you know.
Yeah.
now
I'm
it's
adjusting.
just like if you were to play in Lord of the Rings fighting a dragon, and all you have is a mop head, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, only I don't have a mop head. I just have a
You
look
have
over your
nothing.
head.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing is there's like a height
I could-
difference on us, so you put it right over your head.
If I
and
make
can
it
just
small
point over your
enough-
head. We're perfect.
I'm just gonna make it small enough.
Adjustments.
Question today: what is your favorite property of a vodka? Is it the taste? Is it Some people like the wow factor of like a Bernie
They do.
product, vodka or otherwise.
Yep.
Do you like nuanced flavor, or are you the type of person that just says, give me a screwdriver, some orange juice, and some vodka, and I'll make a drink out of it?
Yeah, throw some Galliano on it, call it a Harvey Wallbanger.
Boom. That's your question. Answer it up. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink.
Yeah.
Found it. I don't know. But by using that subtle salt, the saline is going to cut down on the bitterness, right?
And it also brings out the rest of the flavors in
Yeah,
the drink
brings out
because
the
it kind of opens up your taste buds and
Yeah.
it lets those salty taste buds have some exposure.